Sheesh. All right. Let's get it. What is going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Rico, aka RockStarrFX, here back with another video. That actually this time we're doing something different. We're actually doing a live stream this time, and I'm actually really excited to do like an official like live stream here on YouTube. I think throughout my entire YouTube history, I've only ever gone live twice, and none of them was really like a live stream. It was more of just like a YouTube live kind of thing, where it's like, you know, you randomly just like go live, like even like on Instagram, you randomly go live. So there was no real purpose or, you know, anything to it. I know we did one when we were back at the at our team's traders boot camp. We had a little boot camp / retreat a while ago. I think that was what, like 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that had to be like, no, it was actually the beginning of 2021. So we had one at the beginning of 2021, and then when I moved into my new place out here in Miami, we did another live stream really quick, just like a quick Q&A for you guys as well. But I'm back. I'm officially back, and I'm excited to be back. So hopefully you guys are just as excited as I am for me to be here as well. I'm just fired up, man. Real quick, let's do a quick roll call on the chat right now. I do see we have a few people that are live with us right now. If you guys are live, if you're tuning in If you can hear me loud and clear, if the audio is good, remember, this is my first time doing this on YouTube. So if the audio is good, if the video is good, if everything is good, real quick, drop where it is that you guys are from or where you're located. Where are you guys located at around the world? I know we got viewers from all over the world. There's no way in the world I got 72,000 subscribers and everyone is here in the US. So where is everyone plugging into? Right? Where is everyone plugging into? We're going to get into all of that, by the way, Angelo. Right? I got the chat in two places. I got it to the right of me, but it's really small on the right. So I'm gonna pay more attention to my phone. So I have it on my phone as well, right here, which is actually really lit. I like this. Okay, so we got some interaction in the chat. I like that. Okay, so we got some interaction in the chat. Okay, cool. So I see all types of places on here. We got Minneapolis, we got Atlanta, we got Mississippi, we got Brooklyn, we got the Bronx. Okay, so New York coming in heavy. I already see it, right? Big old Texas in the house, Nigeria, my Nigerian people out there, let's get it. The UK, right? Namibia, New Jersey, Tampa, Nigeria, St. Louis, Los Angeles, all right, Zimbabwe, I think, that, Guadalajara, okay, Mexico, okay, Istanbul, hopefully I said that right, Philly, okay, so we got people tapping in from everywhere. What I want to know is, real quick, before we get into today's session, because I know I named it something already, right? I know obviously there's a title on this video. It's already named something, but being that we got so many people already on here, before I even actually start to do this, I want to know from you guys, like, how many of you here are brand new to trading? Because I don't want to do like a whole like beginners, brand new kind of training kind of thing. If you guys already got the basics down, right? If you understand the markets and how the markets move. Right, I want to be interactive with you guys, and that's definitely the direction I'm going to start taking more with my YouTube channel. Instead of just focusing on content and cool content and all that kind of stuff and planning things out and planning videos, I'm going to be getting on here a lot more with you and doing these live streams to make sure that as you guys are watching my videos, you actually understand what it is that you're watching, because I know there are a lot of comments that you guys tend to leave, and there are a lot of people that I cannot get back to. Just because there are so many comments, right? I think we just cracked, like 3 weeks ago, we just cracked 3 million views on YouTube, which like blew my mind, right? 3 million views. I'm like, holy smacks, right? I don't even have 100,000 subscribers yet, but we just cracked 3 million views. So there's a lot of people obviously viewing the content that I'm posting, but I can't get back to all the comments. So what I want to do is I want to tap into these live streams more, okay? And do stuff like this. So I see in the chat we got super newbie, very new. Okay, me. Okay, to a degree, I'm new. All right, got the basics down. Let's get it. Wow. Okay, cool. So I think I'm gonna stick to the plan for today. I think that's what we're gonna do today. I'm today years old. Okay, so I think we're gonna stick to the plan for today. And it's still gonna be fire. So don't get me wrong, it's gonna be fire. We're gonna drop into some good stuff. I'm gonna try to make this, honestly, when I do these live streams, I'm trying to make them about 45 minutes long. So maybe around 4:45, we should be done with this. And anything that we don't cover today, I will be back, maybe even this week or maybe next week with another live stream for you guys. But I just want to quickly, I guess, kind of tap in with you and talk to you for a bit, because I know obviously this last. For those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that I really did not start really doing this YouTube thing until 2020. So the whole pandemic, the lockdown and stuff like that was really when I started to realize that a lot of people were actually interested in learning how to trade. And I think 2020 was probably the biggest wake-up call to a lot of people in the world, to the fact that maybe you should be looking for more income outside of what it is that you do, maybe at work or maybe for a job. And it really wasn't until I was making videos. I don't know if you guys know the backstory of why I even started to upload on YouTube. Do you guys know the backstory of why I uploaded to YouTube, by the way? Drop a yes or a no in the chat for me real quick. If you guys know why it is that I even started to really, upload to YouTube and teach on YouTube, drop a yes. If you guys don't, drop a no for me. I know there's probably some brand new people. There's probably some people that just subscribed to me last week, right? You're probably watching this right now. And it's your first time hearing me talk or even seeing me. All right. So for those of you who don't know why I started YouTube, man, it's really simple. I was actually on YouTube, and if you didn't know, I'm gonna, for some of you, I might break your hearts, but it really doesn't matter to me, right? I'm a part of network marketing. I've been in network marketing since 2013. All right, since I was 21 years old. Right, now I'm not going to get into my whole network marketing backstory or whatever the case may be with that, but it wasn't until 2020, actually towards the end of 2019, going into 2020. But I was on YouTube, and I never really took YouTube seriously, like at all. It was really, literally just like most people. I was uploading here and there. I did like a vlog or two. But everything that I was uploading was for my team. It was for the people that I was working with and that I was coaching or mentoring, whether it be in trading or whether it be in business and building a business and working from home and stuff like that. So my entire YouTube was based around that. In fact, if you go to my page and you scroll all the way back to my very first video, I never took it down. It's still up there, 2013. It's my first video of when I first joined network marketing. I was a broke college student. You can see him in the video. I was nervous, as whatever to speak. I was like, look, guys, I don't know if this thing's going to work. But I just want to document it. I want to document it, see if it works. And if it works, you guys will see how life turns out. And if it doesn't, then that sucks, right? So if you haven't done so already, scroll all the way down and go back to my first video. I thought it was pretty interesting. I actually just watched it a few days ago. But I was uploading in 2020. I was just uploading for my team. Actually, in 2019, I was uploading for my team. I was putting out videos out there. And it was simple videos like the MetaTrader 4 video, for example, which eventually gained a lot of traction. Like a lot of people started watching it. And it was simple videos like that I was just putting together to help the people that I was working with that maybe wasn't in New York, because I'm from New York. If you guys don't know, I'm from Harlem, right? But for everyone that wasn't in New York that I was working with, I'm like, okay, how can I get this information to them easily so that we don't have like 50 to 100 people calling me every night wondering how in the world do I use MetaTrader 4? So I created a YouTube video and I uploaded it to YouTube. I made it public. I didn't even think, it was a big deal or whatever, but I made it public and I was just sending it to people, right? I was just sending it to people. Hey, this is how you use MetaTrader 4, by the way. So when we send out the trades, this is how you take the trades. When we send out the trades, this is how you take the trades. When you get on the live sessions, this is how you take the trades, so on and so forth. And I was just sending out the video of MetaTrader 4. And what happened is that one day, without even realizing, I had sent it to somebody that had literally just got started trading with us. And they were like, wow, man, like, you're like famous. And I'm like, I was so confused. I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, yo, man, you gonna see the amount of views your video has? And I was like, no, like, what are you talking about? And I went and I looked at the MT4 video and it had like literally 80,000 views on it. And I was like, whoa, like that's crazy. Because I literally was only working with like 70 people at the time. So to have 80,000 views on a video, I was like, yo, that's insane, right? But I didn't think much of it. I really didn't. I didn't think much of it. So I just kept doing what I was doing. And then literally like a week later, I had rechecked the views because I was curious. I'm like, yo, let me check this thing out. And I rechecked the views and it was over 200,000 views. And I'm like, yo, this is insane, right? It's starting to get crazy. But it was really at that point that I realized, and I don't think a lot of people realize this, but it was at that point that I realized that there's a lot of people in the world that were looking to learn how to trade. Now, this is at the beginning of 2020 at this point, right? It was literally, I think, like, I don't know. It was in the beginning of 2020. And I seen the videos, the views just kept going up. They kept going up on this MT4 video. And I'm like, yo, like, there's people out there that want this information. And see, in the beginning, I didn't understand that. I really didn't. I thought, like, most people have, like, this preconceived notion or judgment on trading that, like, you got to be super smart. You got to have a lot of money. You got to, have a lot of time and all this other stuff. So when I was sharing it to people, it was literally only people that were actually looking to learn how to trade. I didn't know, or it never dawned on me that people were actually on YouTube searching this thing up as well, right? It's something as simple as MetaTrader 4 too, because I was doing it for so long by that point. MetaTrader 4 was like, I already knew MT4. So to me, it wasn't something that was brand new, but it never hit me that to a lot of you guys, it was brand new back then. And still to this day, some of you probably still don't even know how to use MetaTrader 4, right? But that's why I started uploading on YouTube. Once I started to see more and more people enjoyed it, I made another MetaTrader 4 video on how to like do, I think it was the buy stops and the sell limits and stuff like that. And that took off too. And then another one took off and another. And I was like, you know what? Let's run this thing up, man. I'm at home all day anyway. I was in New York. New York was on lockdown. I was like, yo, we're going to have fun with this. And we did. So throughout the entire year of 2020, I was just uploading to YouTube like crazy. I was uploading like crazy. Things were getting crazy. And it kind of happened really fast. I'm not gonna lie. So in the year 2020, I grew over 20,000 subscribers. Coincidentally, right? 2020, 20,000. I grew over 20,000 subscribers. So by January 2021, I had over 20K, and it was still growing like crazy, especially because I did that Christmas, the 12 days of Christmas. I don't know how I thought of that, but I did the 12 days of Christmas, and that thing blew up as well. But when it happened was I was already at a point in my life where my business, everything that I was doing outside of YouTube was going really good, and it was getting better and better and better. And I don't know about you guys, but like if you're here on YouTube with me right now, I'm sure everyone, if you're watching this and you want to learn how to trade or just make some extra money, you have a reason for doing so, right? Now, me, I didn't grow up with a lot of money. I didn't grow up, typical. I grew up with a single father. That was it. It was just me and my dad my entire life, right? So I come from, like I said, Harlem, New York. Didn't grow up with a lot of money or anything like that. So to me, being successful really wasn't an option. It was almost as if I had to do it, right? And when I started to get to that point, for me, I want to be successful to spend more time with my family, to be able to give back, to be able to make sure that the people around me are good. And the more I started to grow and grow and grow, the more I started, obviously my son started to get older. We moved down here to Florida in 2021. So there was a lot of things going on. 2021 was a crazy year for me. In between moving, between people in the family getting married, it was just insane. So it was a lot going on. And I decided that I wanted to continue, obviously, to keep going with the YouTube thing as much as I wanted to do it. But at the same time, I had a lot of other stuff going as well, right? So if you guys know, like, for example, like I said, I'm in MLM, keep it real with y'all. I also achieved the rank of chairman within my company, which is, 6 figures, whatever the case may be, right? But on top of that, I have other things, other businesses, other investments. I was heavy in crypto, NFTs. So there's a lot of things that was going on at that time. But long story short, I decided all in all, instead of just giving you guys content here and there and here and there and here and there, I was just going to take a break. And for a while, I didn't upload to YouTube. I know it's been 3 months since I uploaded, or 4 months since I uploaded, but it's actually been about 6 months, 6 or 7 months since I actually made a video. Because a lot of my videos that I make are made ahead of time, and then I schedule them out for the future. So it's been like 6 or 7 months since I actually made a video. So again, to me, it was kind of like, get all your chips together. If you're going to do the YouTube thing, I'm the type of person, I don't know if you guys have ever heard this before, but if you have, like, let me know in the chat. I'm the type of person that, like, I always say, like, how you do anything is how you do everything, right? I'm a firm believer that if you're going to do something, be the best that you could possibly be at what it is that you're putting your foot into, right? So I told myself, I said, look, if you're going to do this YouTube thing, man, take it serious, right? Take it serious. You had a lot of fun in 2020, right? But if you're going to come back, take it serious. Don't just drop a video here. Don't just drop a video there. Don't just drop a video here. Take it serious and make sure that what it is that you're posting is valuable to the people who are subscribed to you and who are expecting valuable content, right? So that's why I took the break that I took, guys. And when I came back, I already put like the whole game plan together in terms of the videos that I'm going to be uploading. So definitely stay on the lookout for that. As you guys have seen, I've been tapping a little bit into shorts as well. I do a lot of reels on Instagram, like created dedicated to like trading and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be uploading shorts as well, but the shorts won't be on your feed. I'm not making it so they'll be on your feed. The only thing that'll be on your feed is going to be my actual YouTube uploads and the YouTube live streams. All right. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. It's definitely about to be lit. So hopefully you guys enjoy everything that I do upload. And we get into this thing now. As I get into this training that I'm about to do right now, and really get into the charts, okay? What I want you guys to do, we got quite a few people on here. Number one, if you know anybody that obviously is trading or that wants to trade or wants to learn how to trade, or that is interested in trading, send them this live stream right here. All right. As I said, this is my first time doing it. I want to make it worth the while. Obviously, I'm not getting paid for this live stream or anything like that. I actually have an event that I have to go to literally right after this, which is why I'm dressed up and whatnot. But send it out to people, blast it out, right? If you're in group chats, if you're in trading chats, send it to everybody in the chats. All right. That's number one. Number two is as I'm talking, as I'm going over things, feel free to ask your questions in the comments, because I think that's the biggest part, right? The biggest part of why it is that I'm doing this is that I want to be able to cater to you guys and answer your questions as I'm going forward. Okay. I want you to feel like not that I'm talking at you, but that I'm talking to you and I'm trying to teach you, right? And take you to that next level in your trading. So I don't want to sit here for the next, 30 minutes and just talk at you and say, this is how you do this, this is how you do this, this is how you do that. I want to interact with you. Okay, I want to interact with you. I want to make sure you're good, and I want to talk to you instead of talking at you. All right, so hopefully that makes sense to everyone here. All right, now real quick. Give me a second. I'm gonna turn off my AC. Turn it up because I'm sweating in this room. My room right here, like this is my office in my apartment, and it gets so hot, man. The sun just blazes right through there. So give me a second. You know, I could just close the curtains, but I'm complicated like that. I'd rather not. All right. All right. So let's jump into it. So someone said, first question that we get right before we even start the session. Someone said, do you think rollovers is very important when you were trading? Absolutely not. I don't take rollovers, man. Rollovers. I don't even use platforms that use rollovers anymore, by the way. So we're gonna get into a whole nother live stream about that for you guys that do trade binary options. I don't use any platforms currently that allow rollovers. But even when I did, I didn't really take rollovers too often, as you guys always knew. If you've been on my live trading videos that I posted, I always say don't take rollovers. Like, take like 1 or 2. That's it. But they mess up your risk to reward. All right. So let's jump into the basics for everyone here that is brand new, and really get into the whole trading aspect of things and understanding how the charts work, man. Because this is where we're going to be able to take you to the next level in your trading. Now, first and foremost, how many of you here have a TradingView account? Let me know in the chat. How many of you here have a TradingView? This is TradingView.com. That's what I'm using right here. Okay? TradingView.com. How many of you here have a TradingView account? All right. Okay, cool. Everyone here should have a TradingView. Everyone here should have a TradingView. Even if you use a platform that allows you to mark ups and do stuff like that obviously on the platform. If you're trading binary options, get TradingView. If you're not trading binary options and you're trading regular Forex, like leverage Forex, then you can mark up on MetaTrader 4. That's a little bit different, but even then, I still advise TradingView for everyone. So real quick, before we actually even dive into the charts and stuff like that, I do want to clarify and make this known as well, because I get a lot of questions about these. A lot of people are actually confused as to what MetaTrader 4 is. So the confusion between MT4, the confusion between brokers, and the confusion between platforms like TradingView, for example, you guys have to understand TradingView is just a charting platform, right? That's essentially what it is. Now, there's a lot more things that you can do on TradingView. Obviously, there's a lot, all right? But primarily, it's used for charting. That's what TradingView is for. It's a trading view. And the reason why most people use TradingView, guys, is because in TradingView, it allows you, to set up indicators, templates, to be able to mark up with, honestly, a lot of different tools that traders, do actually use and stuff like that when they're trading. So get used to or get familiar with all these different types of tools that you have access to on TradingView. Like, for example, the measurement tool that allows you to measure moves in the markets, right? How many pips, did the markets move? You can draw things like arrows and backtest and, so on and so forth. There's a lot of different tools that you gain access to on TradingView that you don't get on a lot of other platforms or even brokers that allow you to mark up and do stuff like that on their platform. So, like, for example, in binary options, a lot of times, and I know we probably have a lot of binary options traders or potential binary options traders here on this live stream. In binary options, a lot of the times, most brokers allow you to actually do your markups and add indicators to your screen right from the platform, okay? And binary options is a little bit different because in binaries, okay, a lot of the times, your broker, the broker that you're going to choose, actually every single time, the broker that you choose when you're trading binaries is actually at the same time the platform that you're going to be trading on, okay? That is not the case when you're trading regular like regular Forex or any other, like, you know, indices, like, you know, US 30 and NAS 100 and all this. That's not the case when you're trading crypto and Bitcoin and stuff like that, right? So when you're talking about like leverage style trading and you're trading on MetaTrader 4, for example, MetaTrader 4, a lot of people get confused with this. They think you can just download MetaTrader 4, start trading, and make money on MetaTrader 4. You cannot deposit money into MT4, okay? And that's one of the biggest questions that I get on YouTube all the time is, can I, or how do I deposit money into my MT4? You can't. MT4 is a platform. It's a trading platform, okay? It's a trading platform that allows you to link your broker to MT4. So you can link your broker to MT4, and the money that's in your broker, all right, you can then be able to trade it on MT4, okay? When you're trading regular Forex, I'm just going to call it regular Forex to not like confuse everyone here. But when you're trading regular style Forex, like most people know how to trade it, your brokers, a lot of the times, or every time from what I understand or from what I've seen, the broker itself does not offer a trading platform, okay? It's just a broker, okay? And I want to get into that as well because I don't think a lot of people understand what brokers actually are in today's world. And that's why so many people are getting scammed. And it's insane the amount of scammers that are in the world, from YouTube to Instagram to Facebook. The scammers are on Facebook. They kind of moved away from Facebook. But even now, I see people creating fake accounts of me on TikTok and trying to scam people on TikTok, right? But brokers are not people, guys. Brokers are not people. And I understand in some countries, in order to be able to trade, you need to have an account manager. But you guys should also be very careful with who it is that you're trusting on the internet when it comes to account management, right? First of all, a lot of these account managers or brokers, they're not going to contact you from Instagram, especially with the idea or the notion of saying, hey, I see you're into trading. How's trading going? Hey, well, I can actually make you $10,000 in the next month. Like, you guys have to kind of use some human instinct at that point and tell yourself, man, hey, you know how when they say, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. I absolutely hate that saying. But when it comes to stuff like that, man, it's just like, yo, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is, guys. It probably is. So when you're separating and you're looking at the difference between something like TradingView is a trading platform. I mean, a charting platform. Sorry. TradingView is a charting platform. That's primarily what it's used for. Then you have MT4, which is a trading platform. It allows you to link your broker to the trading platform and then be able to trade your money from your broker on their platform. Why? Because a lot of regular Forex brokers don't allow, or they don't have a trading platform. So they leverage MT4 or MT5, right? Then you have your broker itself, guys. Now, the broker is essentially the middleman, okay? The brokers are the middleman between you and the markets, okay? The brokers are just the middleman between you and the markets. So when you look at your broker is essentially your bank account for trading. That's all that it is, right? Your broker is your bank account for trading. So it is not a person, all right? And I have to make that very clear, okay? I have to make that clear. Brokers are not people, all right? Now, I see you guys have a lot of questions and stuff in the comments. I'm going to get to the comments in just a little bit, so give me a few, okay? I'm probably going to have like a timer here. Every few minutes I'll do questions, all right? But brokers are not people, and I want you guys to understand that. Stop sending your money to people and hit me up on Instagram and saying, hey, you know, this guy reached out to me and I sent money to this platform that he told me to send it to, and he told me to get my money out, I have to pay a fee. Like, that's not a broker, guys. You're getting scammed. So you have to be able to tell the difference between the three. Now, when it comes to TradingView, I always tell people, again, make sure that you have TradingView. Get familiar with TradingView. If you have to, like if you're trading by yourself, I know a lot of you probably are trading by yourself. I always recommend get a coach or a mentor, right? But if you are trading by yourself, you know, YouTube is free, right? That's why we're here. So get on YouTube and look up videos like how to use TradingView, for example, or TradingView tutorial. Get familiar with TradingView because this thing is going to absolutely change the game for you, okay? Now, for those of you who are brand new to trading, I want you to understand this. If you're brand new to trading, all right, trading is not as complicated as we were taught growing up, okay? It really isn't, all right? Now, I don't know about you guys, but, you know, just recapping what I said in the beginning, when I first got into trading, the biggest reason why I didn't get into trading when I was younger or at a younger age is because I thought you needed to have a lot of money. I thought you needed to be super smart. I thought honestly, you look at some of the biggest investors, I always kind of mixed up trading and investing, not knowing that they're two completely different things. And when you think about investing, who do you think about? The older generation, right? You think about people in their 40s, 50s, 60s that already have like an established job or a career. They have a savings account and they're looking to diversify their income. So, of course, like when you're thinking about a 20-year-old, right? Or even someone in their 30s that maybe you don't have all the money in the world. Maybe you were a dropout, right? I keep it real, guys. If you guys have never actually met me in person, I know we have a few of our students here in the academy that get on my live sessions as well. You know that I like to keep it real. But there's probably some of you here that are watching this that are felons, right? There's no problem with that. You can actually be a successful trader and make a lot of money. One of my good friends is actually a felon, and he is a multi-millionaire trader. Multi-millionaire trader. He actually introduced me to binary options. It's the one that introduced me to binaries, and he's a felon. Absolute savage on the charts, right? So my point is that your history, what happened in the past, the way that you grew up, or all these other things, what you did or what you didn't do, is not going to determine how good of a trader you can or cannot be. And hopefully that makes sense to everyone here. So I want you to learn to unlearn everything that you think or everything that you know about trading and investing, and be open to learning the proper and the right information. So when we're looking at the markets and when we're understanding the markets, when you're taking the time to really get the markets, number one, you have to understand this. The markets, they move in patterns. All right? They move in patterns. How many of you here have seen like my teacup video, for example? Right? It's one of my favorite market patterns. But the markets move in patterns, and these patterns happen over and over and over again. They do the same thing, like literally do the same thing over and over and over again. And do you know where all of the traders make their money? They make their money in being able to identify these patterns, like a head and shoulders, for example. Right? Like a head and shoulders. We look at, and I'll just draw it up really quickly so you guys see what I'm talking about, right? Now, eventually, you want to get to the point where these things just become like second nature to you. Like, I'm just looking at a random chart and I can see this, right? Just draw it up real quick. Boom. Right? Looking at a random chart and I can see something like this and be like, hey, boom. Right? Nice looking pattern right there. Right? Now you'll say, this is what I do. If you guys have ever been on my sessions before, I like to draw my charts. Right? I'm like a child. Right? But I like to draw my charts. So, you know, you got the head right here, the shoulders, and the shoulder. Right? And that's a potential trade pattern like a lot of people don't know about. My point is this, is that the markets move in patterns. They do the same thing over and over and over again. Here's a W, right? A W pattern, right? They do the same thing over and over and over again. And the way that we get good at trading is not by guessing. It's not by us thinking, you know, we know what's going to happen next. It's not by, hey, if I see a bunch of blue candles, I'm going to buy. If I see a bunch of red candles, I'm going to sell, right? Or a bunch of green candles, depending on what color your charts are, right? It's not a guessing game. It's literal patterns. And the good part about this is that you can get good at identifying just a few patterns. I always tell people, I don't know everything about trading, and I don't want to know everything about trading. I am in no competition with any other trader in the world. I can care less what somebody else makes or how good of a trader they are. I'm just keeping it real, right? I got good at a few simple patterns that make me money, and I'm good with that. I don't claim to know everything about trading. I don't claim to know everything about the markets. I don't claim to be the best trader in the world. None of that. I know what I know, and what I know makes me my money. Does that make sense? Right? So if you can get good at these patterns and be able to identify these patterns before they actually complete or happen in the market, right? This is where we make our money from. Okay? This is where we make our money. Now, as I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get to the chat right now. How many of you here understand candlesticks and how the candlesticks work? If you don't, if you're still like brand new and you still don't get the concept of candlesticks and how candlesticks work, drop a 0 in the chat for me real quick. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna check the chat, make sure that we're good. Okay, and do it like that. All right, so drop a 0 if you guys are not familiar with candlesticks, like you still struggle with that. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Someone said, happy to be a part of the program. I'm happy that you're a part of the program. Let's get it. All right, so we got somebody that that's trading with us on here. All right. Someone said I'm driving in a blizzard right now. Stay safe out there, man. Don't stay safe, man. Just stay safe. All right. Where you at? Where you at that it's a blizzard? All right. Anyone else in I Am Academy here? I just joined. Hey, well, welcome to the fam. Welcome to the team. All right. Welcome to the team. I understand how to use at least 3 indicators to get my confirmations. I look for entry points to crossover, but I never succeed. I've been using Nadex US 500. All right. Well, first and foremost, if you're trading indices, indices move a little bit different than other currency pairs. So I'll be honest, I don't trade indices. So if you're using like my 3 steps, I have never tested them out on like indices before. So that could be the reason why you're getting slapped in the market. Especially if you're on Nadex. Nadex is not the easiest to trade in general. So, you know, so when you take a pair that's, or, you know, if you take an indices that's not easy to trade, and then you're trading on a platform that's also not easy to trade, you kind of have to have some skill. Some skill to be making money there. Do you use indicators when you're trading live? Of course. Yes, 1,000%. Oh my God. And we're going to get into that in the trading as well, man. Yes, I use indicators. I don't see why not. And I can't, like, I stress this all the time, but you guys got to understand, bro. As I just said, man, I know what I know in terms of trading, and I don't care what anyone else is saying. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of ego, right? There's a lot of ego in the trading world. I learned that very quickly when I started doing YouTube, and I was getting other YouTubers on my channel or hitting me up on Instagram, like bothering me and try to like troll me. Bro, I'm like, bro, if you're making so much money, man, go make your money. Why are you on my page? Right? Like, what are you doing? Go make your damn money. But there's a lot of ego in the trading world. The reason why I'm saying this is that there's a lot of people out there that like pride themselves on not using indicators. This is the way that I see it. I'm about convenience. I don't know about you guys. I like to make my life easier. Indicators are tools. Now, I'm not saying that you have to flood your charts with indicators and do stuff like that. But if the tools are put in place to help you in your trading, or put into place to make your trading a little bit easier and help you understand what the market is about to do based on what happened in the past, I don't see why not. Right? Man, I love indicators. I love indicators. All right. Yes, yes, yes. We got a lot of I Am Academy people on here. If you're in the I Am Academy, hopefully you guys are tuning into my live sessions. I'll be on tomorrow night at 9 p.m. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Do you know why the markets on pocket options and Quotex show OTC? Yes, binary options. So OTC, a lot of people get confused with OTC. So OTC is over the counter trading. So to pretty much just sum it up and make it as simple as possible, whenever a specific broker or platform doesn't have enough liquidity pushing into their platform, doesn't have enough people, you know, trading, for example, this is just an example, but doesn't have enough people trading on the platform, and there's not enough liquidity, what they do is they start to take over-the-counter prices, right, which come out to be cheaper, right? So it's cheaper prices, it's over-the-counter, and that's why they don't match up with the actual live market. So if you're trading on TradingView and then you're trading on a platform that shows OTC, the prices are not going to match, because TradingView is like the actual market prices and OTC is over the counter. Okay, so that's a big difference there. All right, let's see what else we have here. How much does I Am Academy membership cost? Right now there's a sale. It's $185. So it's $185 to get started right now. If you guys want to trade with me, if you want to learn from me, there's a link. It's probably going to be the first link right down in the description below. There's a link there. I trade what's called binary options, which is HFX, high frequency Forex. So you would want to get that. And like I said, it's $185 for the next few days, I think to the end of the month, right? And to the end of the month, it's $185, and then it goes back up to the original price. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. I'm just breezing through these comments really quick. Hey, Rico, because of your YouTube videos on binary options, I switched to the HFX pack so I can attend your live sessions. Learning so much from you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're learning. I'm glad you're tuning in. Appreciate it. There's got to be more than patterns and just signs. No, It isn't. It isn't. It really isn't. The basics foundation of trading is patterns, man. And if you're saying that you're holding yourself back from succeeding in this. That's the thing. You're holding yourself back because you're making it more complicated than it actually is. And the more I do these live streams, the more you'll start to understand what it is that I'm talking about. Obviously, this is just the beginning. First live stream, we're talking about the very beginner basics. But for the most part, it is patterns. It's patterns. You're looking, even support and resistance are patterns, right? Support, if you're looking at support and resistance, for example, support and resistance are just areas or prices in the market that the market consistently comes back to. So if you have something that's consistently coming back to do the same thing, that's a pattern. So I know that, like, for example, I just randomly drew this yellow box up here for you guys, right? Randomly drew this yellow box up here for you guys. If I'm looking at this right here, if I'm looking at this price area, and I'll go ahead and I'll put like a horizontal line here instead, right? Put a horizontal line. You can clearly see market hit this price, came all the way back down, came back up to this price, came down again. If I zoom out, we'll probably see areas where markets came close to this. That would be the zone, right? So like, for example, let me go ahead and I'll put it at the top over here. Okay, so you see how right here, this will be like my selling zone, right? This is resistance, right? So my selling zone comes up, bounces off resistance, comes down. Now what happens? Well, in my mind, because I already know that that's resistance, that's a resistance level, then if I ever see price coming back up to that area, I'm most likely looking for sells in that area. Fast forward until, recently, look at this. Boom. Price eventually came back up to that area right here, and it dropped. It's patterns. It's not that complicated, right? It's not that complicated. You got to learn it. Now, obviously, yes, there's more to it than that. But no, the foundation, basic foundation is patterns, man. Don't overcomplicate it for yourself. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna get back into this train. Just give me a second. So, wow, there's a lot of zeros in the chat. So you guys don't know candles. That is insane. All right. So I have to ask, right? I have to ask because I'm curious. So obviously you guys subscribe to me for a reason, right? So if you're watching this, you're most likely subscribed. Hopefully, if you're not, then hit that subscribe button. But if you guys have subscribed to me already, and obviously you're learning how to trade through my videos, how is it that you are trading, but you don't understand candles yet? You got it. I'm just like, I'm so curious. I'm like, I want to know. So what have you guys been learning so far? I guess that's my real question. That's the real question. How'd you find me? Was it MT4? Is that what it was? Did you hear about MT4 and you was like, hey, let me download this app and make some money? Yes, definitely. I'm excited to meet you as well. We're going to be in West Palm Beach next month for the big convention event. We got a traders event, entrepreneurs event that's going to be happening in West Palm. All right. All right, cool. So I'm going to drop the chat real quick at the zeros. So I'll come back to the zeros in a few more minutes. Well, after the zeros. All questions after the zeros. We'll come back into a few more minutes. But let's jump into candlesticks really quick. So if you guys don't understand candlesticks, candlesticks are actually really simple, okay? So candlesticks are just, if we're looking at candles, I'll get rid of all of my drawings here. These candles are just what the market has done within a certain period of time, okay? So if we're looking at these candles that I have on my screen right now, all right? Each one of these blue is up, okay? By the way, I customized my chart, obviously. So whenever you see a blue candle on my screen, that means that the market is moving up, okay? Whenever you see a red candle on my screen, that means that the market is moving down. So like this, for example, we have red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle. All of those candles were the markets pushing down within a certain period of time, okay? Now the question is what period of time was that? How do I know what that means? Well, it's very simple. If you look to the top left-hand side, let me put my glasses on. I don't know why I'm trying to do this without my glasses, right? But if you look to the top right-hand side, left-hand side of your screen, right up here, you guys see where my arrows are, right? You have your time frames up here on TradingView. It even shows it right here as well. So you see it says Owanda 5, right? Or 5 Owanda, all right? That 5 means that I am on the 5-minute time frame, all right? So what that means is that each one of these candlesticks are what the market has done within a 5-minute period of time. So this was 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. So that means for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes straight, the market was dropping. For 20 minutes straight, the market's dropped. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay? Now, right after that 20-minute drop, we got 2 consecutive candles of the market pushing up. Those are my blue candles. So we got 5 minutes here, market went up. 5 minutes here, markets went up. Okay? Now, when we're looking at candlesticks themselves, there's a few things you have to understand. So you have what's called, okay, and I'll jot this down for you guys real quick. You have the open, all right, the open of the candle, the close of the candle, and the wick. All right, these are 3 terms that you're going to have to learn. You have the open, the close, and the wick. Okay, open, close, wick. The open of the candle, self-explanatory, is going to be where, actually, you know what? I forgot one too. Body. All right, so open, close, wick, body. Okay, so the open of the candle is going to be where the candle actually opened. It's the beginning. On this example, we're on the 5-minute time frame. It's the beginning of that new 5 minutes. Okay, so if we had the markets that were pushing up, this was a blue candle, the markets pushed up, then that means this was the close right here, was the close of this blue candle in the opening of the next one. So every time your candle opens, the current candle is always going to open at the close of the previous candle. Now, I know this sounds basic to a lot of you who already know how to trade, obviously. But for everyone that dropped zeros in the chat, let me know if so far this is making sense. All right? Let me know by dropping a 7. Let me know so far if this is making sense. Okay? So yes, each candle represents 5 minutes. And the opening of the new candle, this one, for example, I don't know why it's locked like that. If you know how to change that, like I said, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, right? But if you know how to change that, let me know, okay? My freaking drawings keep locking to like the grid on the chart. And I don't know how to take that off. And I don't want to figure it out. So if you know how to do it, let me know. Right? But, so this candle right here, I'm looking at this red candle. This red candle opened when this blue candle closed. This blue candle is a candle that pushed up, which means it went up to this price, it closed here, and opened the next one. Now, the next one is a red candle. That means that in that 5 minutes, the markets dropped, right? Now, this one dropped, and it closed right here. This is the price it closed at, okay? Now, in closing here, it opens this next candle right here, okay? So this new candle was open where this one closed at. So this closed. Now the new 5 minutes begins. Continues to drop, close, new 5 minutes begin. Continues to drop, close, new 5 minutes to begin. Now I do want to point this out. Your time frame when you're charting up has nothing to do with your expiration if you are trading binary options. A lot of people get confused by that. Your time frame when you're charting up has nothing to do with your expiration. Okay, it doesn't. They don't correlate, they're not the same, so on and so forth, right? So when we're looking at this 5 minute time frame, that doesn't mean that you have to put a 5 minute a trade in binary options. I just want to point that out there. Okay, it's a very simple concept. All right, now when we're looking at the candlestick itself, learning about candlesticks, okay, learning about candlesticks, when we are looking at the candlesticks, it works like this. It's very simple. Okay, we went over the open and the close. So when the last one closes, the new one opens. Same thing goes for this one as well. So this was a red candle. It closed down here. This new candle opened here and shot up. New candle opened here and shot up. New candle opened here and dropped. So now that we know the open and the close, let's talk about the wick and the body. All right. So the body of the candle is the big fat part of the candle. If you have an actual candle in your house, this is where all the wax is at, right? This is the wax. So the big fat part of the candle is the body. Now, when we're talking about the body of a candle, that body represents, all it does is it represents the open and the close and everything in between within that period of time. Okay? So that's all the body really represents. So as you guys can see, the body starts at the opening of the candle. The body ends at the close of the candle. Everything in between is a part of the body. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So the body starts at the opening, the body the body ends at the close. Everything in between is obviously the body, right? The wicks are very important to learn, okay? What wicks are? Wicks are separate from the body. So the wicks are going to be the skinny parts of the candle. Now, if you have an actual candle in your house, this is going to be the part that what? That you're lighting on fire, right? You're lighting on fire, it's going to burn, blah, blah, blah. So the wicks of your candle is going to represent, okay, not the open and the close, but instead going to represent the highest point and the lowest point of a specific candle. Okay? The highest point and the lowest point within that 5-minute time frame. So even though the candle didn't close, it may not have closed there, the candle dropped all the way down to this price before shooting back up and closing here. Does that make sense? So if we're looking at this example, we're going to go back to the same example we were already looking at. We're looking at this example. Our candle opened here. We have a body. All right, we're not sure what it did within that 5 minutes, but what we can tell is that within that 5 minutes, it came all the way up to this area right here, which is about the, I can't even see, the 256 area, right? 72256. And it came as low as down here, the 225 area, 72225. 72225, yeah, right? So it opened here, it closed here. But within that 5 minutes, it came as high as this and as low as this. Does that make sense? All right, let me know if that makes sense. All right, for everyone that dropped the zeros, even if you didn't drop a zero, right? So that's how you utilize your candlesticks. Now, when you're looking at the candles, all right, and you're trading, again, there's a lot of different things that you can learn in trading and being able to be able to take your trading to the next level. When you're talking about candles, when you're talking about pips, when you're talking about price, I'm not going to get into pips and price on this basics because I have a whole video for that. And I know that gets a little bit complicated. There's going to be a lot of questions on that. I have a video for that. I think I have more than one, actually. So check those out. But when it comes to the candles are pretty much what's going to determine, you know, based on what you see on the candles, based on the different patterns and your strategy as you're trading, this is what's going to help you determine what you're going to do next in the market. I'll give you guys a quick example before we begin to wrap this up. I know this was the first one, so I didn't mind going over a little bit and taking a little bit longer. But for example, when you're talking about like the 3 types of market analysis, right? And I have a video on this as well, guys. If you haven't done so, check that out. But you have what? You have technical analysis, you have fundamental analysis, and you have sentimental analysis, right? A lot of the times, not only when we're looking at candlesticks, not only can they give you kind of like an idea of what's going to happen next based on technicals, whether you're looking at candlestick reversals and stuff like that, but also on the sentimental aspect of understanding the feeling of the market and what's going on, what other traders are doing based off of a specific candle. I'll give you guys a quick example, right? So let's see if I can find any good examples for you, and then we'll go ahead. I'll hit the chat real quick, and we'll take it like that, okay? Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. I'm just looking for some wicks really quick to show you guys what I mean. But I want them to be in good areas because I don't want to confuse you. Okay, actually, this is perfect right here. This is perfect right here. So you guys see this area right here, right? Okay, if we're looking at this area right here, you can see clear as day, the markets are pushing up. Now, it's not like a steady push, and it's not, obviously, we see these big wicks. This is a very indecisive area to be trading, right? But overall, the markets are pushing up, and then they reverse and come back down, okay? Now, without doing any, all right, without doing any analysis, without really knowing anything about the markets, you guys can be brand new. And what it is that I'm about to tell you, I guarantee you, is going to help you in your trading, right? But if I'm looking at candlesticks and I'm understanding candlesticks a little bit more, and I'm understanding the sentimental value of the markets and how the markets feel based on what other traders may be doing in those markets, I can look at these 2 candles right here. And I can really identify or be able to kind of identify that the market is about to reverse and I should be looking for sells, right? So like when people say, okay, well, how do I know when to buy? How do I know when to sell? Right? When people say things like for example, we had a gentleman or someone, I don't know who it was, but we had someone to say it can't just be patterns. It can't be that easy. It is, right? But when I'm looking at this, for example, with no analysis whatsoever, I see the markets coming up, and this is what I noticed as a trader. What I noticed as a trader is that we got a consistent push to the upside, right? The markets eventually hit a top, right? They hit a high point, which is this right here, okay? But what I see is I see this candle that has a huge wick to the top, okay? Now, whenever I see a wick like that, that's going up, and then the candle actually closes red, right? This is a bearish engulfing, by the way, a candlestick reversal, right? We're not going to get into that right now. But when I see something like this, where the markets were pushing up, I get this huge wick to the upside, and then the markets close red, like in this candle. To me, that signifies that, okay, buyers lost momentum, and it's time to start dropping. How do I know this? Well, I know this because for a while, right, from about 10 a.m. all the way to 11:50, buyers were in control and buyers were pushing the market up, right? But what ended up happening was, when I see this, this tells me that buyers attempted to push the price all the way up to this area, and they were successful. They pushed it up, but they could not maintain that momentum. It could not maintain that strength, and it dropped all the way back down and closed below the previous candle. Does that make sense? So yes, we have wicks in these areas, and we have wicks in these areas. And people say, well, look, there's a big wick here, there's a big wick here, there's wicks here. I get it. But what you're missing as a trader, this is something that I know based on no analysis or anything like that, just based off of what I feel, I know how the market feels, right? Is that buyers pushed this all the way up, and it ended up closing a bearish engulfing, right? The red candle is bigger than the previous blue one. In this one, we got a huge wick up, but the red candle is not bigger, right? It's about half. It's not even halfway the size. This one, same thing. We got a big candle up, but it's not halfway the size. So yes, buyers, even though sellers pushed it down, buyers are still in control. They're still in control, and sellers are not strong enough yet until we see this huge wick up. Buyers attempted to continue pushing it up, but couldn't maintain that momentum. Comes right back down. Boom. Sellers take control. Now sellers are in control, and what do? Well, we look for the sell. Now, whether you were trading binary options or whether you're trading MetaTrader 4, would this not be a good area to go ahead and sell? Just based off of the little bit that I went over with you guys just now. You guys understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense? When I train, I try to make it as simple as possible. I try not to use big words, terminologies, or whatever the case may be, right? But getting in right here, dropping down, even if you just would have caught this alone, 7 pips, right, for a scalp, pulls back up, right, drops all the way down to here, right, about 23 pips, about 23 pips down, you would have been able to catch. And this is on the 5-minute time frame, by the way. This is not even like on the 1 hour or nothing. This is a 5-minute time frame with zero drawdown. If you guys aren't familiar with what drawdown is that if you're trading on MetaTrader 4, drawdown is when you open up a trade, and before it actually hits your take profit, it goes into the negative. So if I enter here for a sell, if the market comes above here, this is all drawdown. Right? It's just drawdown. That means I'm in the negative. All right. But in this example I just gave you guys, zero drawdown. Markets literally just dropped, pull back up about 2 pips, and they continue to drop for over 20 pips on the 5-minute time frames. Okay. So that's why it's important to understand candles. And if you are brand new to trading, learn candlesticks. Learn candles, all right? Get good at candles, understand candles. Don't just jump in. And I know a lot of people I know a lot of people heard about like MetaTrader 4. You heard about binary options. You have no idea what you're doing, but you think, you're just going to get on and make money, or you want to get on and make money. My goal here is, aside from being interactive with you, is to give you the step-by-steps of at least what it is that you need to look up. Because I already know, if someone that's brand new, you don't even know what to look up. You don't know what to search. And that's probably why you're struggling in actually learning how to trade, right? You don't even know what to search. And that's why you're probably struggling, all right? So here's what we'll do real quick. I got to head out in a few minutes, guys. I'm going to hit the chats, and any questions that we don't have, I'm gonna try to do at least. I'm gonna try to stay consistent, man. I'm gonna try to get these live streams going at least once a week. And about different various topics. It's not all gonna be trading and stuff like that. For the most part, it will be. But again, I want to be as interactive with you guys as possible. So let me go back up to 0, see if we got any questions in the chat. All right. All right. Jonathan said, I watch you all the time, bro. You're on point. Appreciate you, man. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. I have trouble understanding Evan Cabral's, I guess, stochastic RSI and DMI. I'm going to do a whole live stream on that. So I think in the next live stream, if I'm not mistaken, I think my next live stream is actually going to be on my strategy. If you guys enjoyed that, I know a lot of you probably came from that video, like my #1 binary option strategy video and stuff like that. I'm going to really break that down on the next live stream and get deep into that. All right. Just started taking my own trades from watching your boot camp and have been killing it. You make it super simple. Hey, appreciate it. All right. For everyone that's tapping into my boot camp, if you're a part of our group or a part of the program and you're trading with us, if you're learning with us, definitely appreciate it. If you're not, definitely obviously head down to the description and get your butts in, man. I don't know what you're waiting for. All right. Instead of Nadex, which broker would you recommend? If you're in the United States, to be honest with you, Nadex is the route, man. Nadex is the route because it's regulated. It's regulated in the U.S. Your money is safe. It's better for showing income as well, proof of income. You know, you can obviously boost your, do things like, get a house, get a car, stuff like that, whatever, proof of income, pretty much. But Nadex is definitely the way if you're in the U.S., man. You just got to get good at it. You got to have patience. All right. How do I get into the IM Academy? I'm from Nigeria. The link is in the description, my brother or sister. I'm not sure. But the link is in the description. All right. If you go to teachmetotrade.info, you can click that, follow it through, and eventually you're going to see the page that says get started. Or you can message me on Instagram. Let me know you're ready to get started as well. I'm saying who's moving the market and why is it moving in this way? The traders. So who moves the markets? All right. We are what's called retail traders. So like me and you, we're the little people. What we trade in the markets literally has little to no impact on how the markets actually move. So who's trading the markets is the banks, corporations, hedge funds, stuff like that. Economies, the governments actually trade Forex as well, right? It's currencies, man, right? So all of these big players, then you have the whales, right? The people with the millions and millions of dollars, the billionaire traders. All of these people are the ones that really move the market, but they do understand that there's millions of other people out there that have no idea what they're doing. So when we're talking about sentimental, right? The sentimental value of trading and trading versus like the feeling of the market, okay? When you get to understand the feeling, you get to understand a little bit more what other traders may be feeling in a certain situation. And this will help you in your trading, like what it is that we just went over with this example that I gave you guys. All right, that feeling, again, will help you out as well, right? So that kind of answers that question, or hopefully that answers that question. All right. I'm trading only currency pairs. I'm good, right? Yeah, why not? I only trade currency pairs. I don't do indices. I don't trade crypto. I invest in crypto. I have crypto. I buy crypto. I don't trade crypto though. No, I know you're not trying to hate. I didn't think you were taking that as a hating. Well, I didn't take that as like a hating comment. I'm just saying, like, it really is simple. It is simple. And I think a lot of people overcomplicate it for themselves. And that's why they don't see success. Right? Trading house. What are you talking about, trading house? We talking about trade house? I'm not affiliated with trade house, by the way. All right. I look for candles to see if they're overbought or oversold, but that's it. That's a good start, Jane Smith. That's a good start. Look for the candles to see if they're overbought or oversold, but you definitely don't want to stop there, right? You don't want to stop there. I always say the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. All right. We have any upcoming events in LA. So the way that I work on like travel and stuff like that, unless the company, because obviously I am a part of the company, right? So unless the company has a big event that we all go out to, I don't really go to areas unless I personally have a group of people there. So like, for example, like if I have people in LA, if there's like 5, 6, 10 of you guys that are all trading and learning from me in LA, then I'll fly out to LA. we'll learn up together. We'll have some fun. Host some events, whatever the case may be. But I really only go to areas which there's a group of people at. All right, that's learning from me. So yeah. Or like I said, if the company, or even if one of my friends that are in the company have an event in LA and they're like, hey guys, or hey Rico, can you come out to LA? We're hosting an event. We would love to have you here. I'll go there then. But in terms of like just randomly going, unless I'm going for vacation, probably not. Probably not. All right. I think I lost my my spot here. Oh, is Pocket Option a legit platform? I'm not going to answer that and saying that it is legit. I'm not going to promote Pocket Option or anything like that. I personally don't have any issues with Pocket Option. All right, I don't have any issues with Pocket Option. I don't. Now, there are brokers that I would tell you guys to stay away from. One of them being is my former broker. All right, I traded on this broker for a very long time. But the longer I traded on it, the more and more people I seen having issues with it. And if other people, I didn't have any issues with it. But if I see other people's having issues and then I validated those exact issues, I got off of it completely. And that broker is Vibe Forex. I don't trade on Vibe Forex anymore. Vibe Forex, Rates Option, Binary Cent, IQ Cent, they're all owned by the same people. They're all owned by the same people. And I just don't trust them anymore. The fact that one company has all those different trading platforms in itself is already a red flag. Like, why would you need so many different trading platforms? And they all look the same. They all do the same thing. Okay? But they're all owned by the same people. I don't trade on those anymore. Pocket Option, I don't have an issue with Pocket Option. I'm not recommending it. Like I said, it's not regulated in the U.S. Okay? But I don't have an issue with it. All right? Boom, boom, boom. Want to make sure I get everything really quick. All right, what is the meaning of trail of the tail? Oh, what is the meaning of the tail of the candlestick? So yeah, I think we answered that already. I think we answered that. So that's the wicks. We went over the wicks, okay? So that's the wicks. That's the wicks of the candle. So again, that's just the highest point and the lowest point that the market has reached within that time frame. Now again, we're on the 5-minute here, guys. Right? Let me go back and oops. We're on the 5-minute right here. So if I were to change this to 15 minutes, for example, then each one of these candlesticks will be what the market has done within a 15-minute time frame. If I change this to 1 hour, then each one of these candles are what the market has done within a 1 hour time frame. So it's all the same market. Nothing is changing. It's just the time that we're looking at. Okay? It's just the time that we're looking at. All right? Yes, the wicks are important to look at. We went over that just now. So I know I'm getting to the questions a little bit late. Love your videos, RockStarr. So much knowledge. I appreciate you. I'm glad you enjoy it. All right. Do you use Awanda to FXCM for your pairs? Yes. So all of my pairs, hold on. I have a wand on all of them. I want to pull it up so you guys can see, but what did I just do? Oh, there we go. So I have a wand on all of them. I use a wand. What I would recommend, and it doesn't really matter, man. It really doesn't. What I recommend is looking at your platform that you're trading on. So like looking at your broker and seeing which one of these prices match closest to your actual broker. Because that's what I did. I just looked at it and I'm like, you know what? Awanda matches the closest. Or the most consistent with the broker that I'm trading. So that's what I did. I used to actually have XXCM on there, but then I switched to Awanda, and I don't have a problem with Awanda. Awanda, whatever it is. All right. All right, cool. I'll wait for the confirmation candles first. Yes, confirmation candles are very important. Is bearish engulfing always for sells? Yes. Bearish engulfings are always for sells, and bullish engulfings are always for buys. So obviously this would be a bullish engulfing, and the market shot up. Got a small pullback right here, but continue to go up. Okay, bearish engulfing down, markets go down. What the engulfings pretty much mean is that it's you're looking at buyers versus sellers. So when you get an engulfing candle, the idea behind the engulfing candle, especially if it's at the right spot. So typically you would want to get engulfing candles at support or resistance. So at the bottom or the top of a market, right? So if I get a bullish engulfing at support, then what that tells me is that even though the market has been dropping for X amount of time, well, now buyers took over. Buyers took over, and that's why the candle is so much bigger and completely engulfs that previous candle. And there you go. You get your bullish engulfing. Okay? How long have we been on? I see a lot of you are still here, which is crazy. This is wild. Like I said, this is my first live stream, but let's go. I think we've been on for an hour. Yeah, we've been on for an hour. I don't know why. It says 2 hours, but there's no way in the world we've been on for 2 hours. Oh, there you go. Hour and 14 minutes. All right. That looks way better. I was like, what is that 2 hour mark? Okay. Let's see. Someone says stay on, please. I can't stay on forever. I'm telling you, we're going to do a lot more of these live streams. We're going to do a lot more. I personally think, you guys will enjoy these more than like actual content. I could be wrong. You know, the content is good for going back and studying, but I think the interactive live streams and really getting in with you guys, I think we're going to create a lot more traders doing that than trying to look lit, you know, with some fire content. I am going to do content, though. It's going to be more shorter videos, though. Probably like less than 10 minutes. All right. Boom, boom, boom. I put my stop loss just about the bearish engulfer. Boom, boom, boom. If the price is going down, wouldn't you want to buy, not sell? No. No. All right. I'm going to call you Valencia. Because I'm pretty sure that's your last name. I don't know how to say your first name. So I don't want to butcher it. But yeah, Valencia. So if the price is going down, wouldn't you want to buy, not sell? No. You want to buy when the price is already at a bottom. Right? And we'll go ahead. We'll wrap it up after this. Because I really do have to go. Right? But if there's one thing I want you to understand, look, and we're gonna get into this on the next session too. So make sure you guys are on, and I'll be posting it in my Discord as well. I mean, in my Telegram. All right, in my Telegram, I'm gonna post when we're gonna do the next live stream. So make sure you guys are in my Telegram. That is also gonna be in the description too. All right, but you want to remember this, okay? And I'm sure you heard this before, but buy low, sell high. Okay. Now, what this means is, and I can see where your confusion came into place, but no, if the markets are going down, then that means the markets are going down, right? That means the markets are going down. So, if the markets are going down, yes, you are looking for the buy, but not as they're going down. You want to wait for the reversal. Once the markets reverse and start changing directions, and again, a lot of that is going to come from support and resistance, right? We got a teacup right here, by the way, for my teacup fam. Got somewhat of a teacup right here, right? But you want to get in at these support and these resistance levels because these are what it's known as, or what's known, the top and the bottom of the market. So it's not just about, you know, buying when the market is going down or selling when the market is going up, right? If the price is going down, wouldn't you want to buy? Yeah, no, you want to wait. You want to wait for the reversals. I only get in when the market is changing direction. Or if you're trading in the direction of a trend, all right, the same thing. If you're trading in the direction of the trend, you get in on the pullback, right? So if the market is trending up, and I'll just use this as a quick example, right? If it's trending up and you get in on the bounce of the trend line, okay, yeah, it's still going up, but there's always going to be these pullbacks where the markets pull back, and then that's where you get your entry. They pull back, and then that's where you get your entry. Does that make sense? So these pullbacks, these reversals, depending on what market you're trading in, the pullbacks for trending, reversals for a ranging market, right? But the pullbacks or the reversals, that's where you're getting into the market. Okay? And it works like that. All right? So we have been on now for about an hour and 15 minutes. Way longer than I said I was going to be on. But again, this was the first live stream session where I actually got on and taught you guys just a little bit. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this, man. If you did, definitely let me know in the comment section below. For everyone that does have the chats, that you have questions in the chat, hold your questions until the next session. I promise we are going to do another one, all right? I'm not going to leave you guys stranded. We're going to do another session, so hold those questions for the next session. And what I would also ask for you guys as well is that as I'm doing these trainings, just so that we can stay on track a little bit, ask questions relevant and pertaining to what it is that we're talking about. All right? All right? But boom, boom, boom. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for today, guys. I got to head out. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. If you did, I'm pretty sure you can drop a like on the live stream. So if you can, like the live stream for me. Send this out, blast this out, make sure that we have more people. I want to keep increasing these numbers, man. I think we could do some damage on YouTube with these live streams. I don't think there's any other trader that live streams on YouTube that teaches, because everyone's trying to sell a course. Just keeping it real, right? Everyone's trying to sell a course. So I think the more we do these, the more we teach, we can do some damage on YouTube with this, man. I think a lot of you are going to enjoy it. And again, if you do actually want to take it to the next level and learn from me directly, because I am going to be teaching on YouTube. But obviously there's a difference between teaching and mentoring, right? So when you join my team, right, in I Am Academy, when you join my team, you get my actual mentorship. You get my personal number, my personal contact. You can hit me up at any point in time. You get my live training sessions, everything like that. So that's a little bit different. I already know people are going to ask me that question, right? There's a difference between teaching and mentoring, all right? But if you enjoyed this, drop a like. If you're not already on the team and you want to go ahead and get started, link in the description. If you don't have a TradingView, link in the description. And if you're not in my Telegram, join the Telegram. That's going to be in the description as well. We're going to do another one of these in the next few days. Hopefully you guys are on, because in the next one, I'm going to be going over actually how I trade, what it is that I look for in the markets, how I trade the markets, binary option wise. And hopefully you guys can take from that and be able to take your trading to the next level. But until next time, this is your boy Rico, a.k.a. RockStarrFX. I'm out. Peace.